Hey, yo, alright man, look. I want to talk about Zelda's new do and the three main reasons why she has one. Now we're used to seeing her with long flowing hair, but in the announcement trailer for the sequel, she has kind of a chin bob style going on. I like it, it's cute, whatever, you do you. But the thing is that Zelda is a fantasy character. She's not real, so she didn't just decide to go to the salon and get a fresh cut for the sake of switching things up, or because the back of her neck was getting sweaty in the summertime. No. No. Her hair looks different for a real reason, there's no doubt. It's not just because. It doesn't work like that in storytelling. So without further ado, here's my top 3 reasons why Nintendo chopped the titular character's locks. Number 3. Because it's symbolic of change and moving forward, and it could just be used to show that some time has passed between Breath of the Wild and the sequel. No, but really, when a character cuts their hair, it often symbolizes a rite of passage or the completion of some sort of cycle of character growth. No matter which way you look at it, it's a symbol of her development and growth as a character. The symbolic nature of the haircut is number 3 because no matter what the reason they did it, it is going to be inherently symbolic. Having it cut voluntarily would be especially symbolic of this, and doing it herself would be like the highest order of gestures that the game could do. It's a particularly big deal for her to cut her hair because long flowing hair like what she had in Breath of the Wild takes a long time to grow out. This is the Legend of Zelda, after all, and she did go through tons of character growth in Breath of the Wild, and Age of Calamity for that matter. So we've seen a lot of development from her already. The new haircut could just be saying, hey yo, look over here everybody, this is the new improved Zelda, now with sealing powers, as she just keeps on moving forward and continuing to do what she needs to do. I like that. But we'll see what happens. Number 2. It could be tied to an event that happens during the story that we haven't seen yet. It's very possible that her hair is still long at the start of the game, and we'll see what happened to lead to the decision to get it cut, or why it was necessary to cut it, or whatever. Maybe it gets tangled or stuck in something along the adventure and it had to be cut. We don't know yet. Now, I already made a kind of goofy video titled, Did Link Chop Zelda's Locks? But even while that video is questioning footage that actually ends up being from a NSFW video, it's possible that something similar could actually happen in the game. That there's a reason why Link has to cut Zelda's hair short while they're out there, and maybe he even uses the Master Sword to do it. Super doubtful, a total stretch, but we leave no stone unturned. There's valuable stuff under those things sometimes. Y'all know that. Number 1. The one the Zelda community's been hoping for and anticipating since long before Breath of the Wild. Zelda's hair is shorter because of some sort of gameplay or technical aspect. They had to make it shorter because they intend for her to be a playable character, and it makes things easier. You wouldn't want her Goldilocks clipping through weapons or that cape that she's wearing in the trailer, would you? Or through walls? Or to block your view if the camera's up too close, say maybe when you're aiming with the bow and the wind is blowing and her hair gets in the way? It's definitely possible. In 2017, Aonuma said in an interview that a playable female protagonist is a possibility. And when asked a similar question at E3 2019, he said he couldn't say whether Zelda was a playable character or not in the sequel, and he also refused to say how many playable characters there are in the sequel altogether. So he neither confirmed nor denied anything. Very smart from a marketing point of view, but since then we've gotten Age of Calamity with lots of playable characters, Zelda being one of them, and her hair never got in my way, at least not as much as all those invisible walls, but I digress. There are a few shots in the trailer that hint at role reversals. At the beginning, Link is shown leading the animal with all the supplies while Zelda rides on top, but in a later shot while they're trying to get over a big crack in the bridge, Zelda is the one leading at the front while Link pushes from behind. This could be a symbolic hint drop that Zelda will be playable, maybe even that in the dungeons there will be puzzles that require you to play from both perspectives and switch off much like you do in Age of Calamity, and they cut her hair shorter to make all of this a lot easier to pull off. But that's just my thoughts on it, leave yours in the comments. Let me know anything interesting that I missed. I want to know. Of course, please like and share the video if you got something out of it, and subscribe if you're new and you want to stay current. It's all free, but it supports the channel immensely, and you can change your mind at any time. What could be better than that? Until next time, stay well, stay cool, and always keep punching out there. Aloha.